the first team has been relegated in the English Football Leagues. That is Forest Green Rovers, who have been at the bottom of League One for quite a while. Ian Burknell came in at the start of the season and did horrifically. Then he's been replaced by Duncan Ferguson, who's not done awful, but definitely not done great. He's improved it slightly. That is what fans of the team I know kind of say. As today, we're going to be doing this realistically. We're going to swap them with the top of the League Two team, Leyton Orient, and put them back in the 4th division of English football. We're going to try and rebuild Rovers up to being a brilliant Champions League winning team, as the aims are simple: win the Champions League and only make 2 free signings each season outside of the Premiership. So no messing about in this one, we're diving straight in, and if you're excited and want to tell me which next save there is, drop a comment below and subscribe. As here he comes, Big Duncan Ferguson still is in charge. We're not changing the manager. We're trusting the ex-Everton man to get us promoted again. £3 million, not much, so I'm kind of glad we're in this 2nd division. We've got to rebuild that team we see right there. And when we reshuffle the pack, this is what the team looks like. Charlie Savage is definitely not a striker, and that is the position we need either 1 or 2 decent players. Goalkeeper could be an option as well with Duhan. If we want to get promoted straight away, we've got to be better. What do the board think? They think we should be walking the league and actually winning the title, so we got to step up. Anything in the academy to take? Ooh, George Nicholson. That is the striker we needed. Still want to sign another one, but get in the club. Oh, and I didn't actually know this one. Matthew Stevens, a very decent striker, is on loan at Walsall. Do we recall him? Or do we try, actually? Garrick up front, he can play as a striker. Let Stevens stay out on loan and have these 2 as our front 2. Still no signings, but they are in the pipeline. Before this first game back in League 2 against the Amis, if we're going to win the title, we have to win this game, and we do with Garrick and Brown. And all the way to deadline day, we aim to bring in a signing. Here is Harry Lewis as a goalkeeper. He's at Bradford City, or was, because we've spent most of his budget on getting him from our fellow League 2 side. And that is it, going into probably halfway through the season, where I'll pause it and see if we are top of this table. But it's not the first season we expected. We're 18th in League 2. What is going on? More importantly though, Grimsby Town are bottom of the EFL League 2. They're going to go to the National League. What is happening? What is happening? Seriously, are we close to the playoffs? 8 points off is not bad, but 18th, horrific. Something has to change for this team. Is it defensively? Is it offensively? Bakayoko scored 8 and he is on the top scorers, but apart from that, no one else on it. We'll try his best to just sign some other players like Sam Graham, 600k from Rochdale. As also losing Charlie Savage for 1 million to Nantes. He's not even our player to sell. He's on loan from Man United. Hey ho, gives us the money to sign Ben Hennigan for a steal of 400k. Expect an improvement from this team on and off the field for the remainder of this season. We needed a big rebuild, and we got that in the 2nd half of the season. Only 1 defeat took, and that was to Swindon Town. Forest Green, back in League One. Rochdale and Northampton join us, and one of those playoff teams. This table has truly been turned on its head from real life. FA Cup final is between Liverpool and Newcastle. Carabao is won by Manchester United. Papa John's by Oxford, up the O's. And our top scorer was Georgie Nicholson, our youngster. 20 goals, 10 assists. Bakayoko with 17. Garrick with 15. That sets us in good stead with our strikers for League One. This year, the board even want automatic promotion again. They want us in the Championship with making crucial money from crucial players and scoring streaks. This is unbelievable, especially with only 5 million. Usually you get like 9 if you're pushing for promotion. And we will start from strengthening at the back. Josh Earl comes across to sign for us from Fleetwood Town. We also lose Matthew Stevens, which adds pressure to the sale of Nicholson. If he does leave, we don't have a backup. And Kyle McAllister's gone to Borough as well. And a youngster we signed for 1.2 million, slightly overpaying, but Junior Chajamendu. What a defender. And a big loss there in Harry Lewis to Sheffield United. He will be replaced, but Anthony Knockout is a huge signing for League One. And get him, we have made it. And just to make sure we've got one, another free signing and our final one, Mark Gilseppi who was released from Newcastle. Another player through the door, though, in George Thomason from Bolton, and signing again, Paul Smith of Leyton Orient. And that is it for the first window of this season. Please, lads, don't let us down. We've got to go for this. Board expected us to get promoted, and we're 5th in the league, so we're actually doing very close to that. Knocking Birmingham and Derby, however, out of automatics. Basically an impossible challenge. Team looks brill. We've got a lot of unhappy faces, however, due to game time. I think it is time Smith replaced Anthony Knockout. That is a harsh one for him, but overall, just a few little improvements here and there. And I believe it's just that one player that we need to spark this remainder of the season to glory. Duncan Ferguson's fellow countryman, it is Ethan Hamilton, ex-Man United graduate as well, joining Rovers. That makes a great team and one that should push for promotion. And come end of this season, we've got 3rd position. We were actually very close to knocking Derby County off, but the Rovers look to go back to back. It's against Plymouth Argyle. Come on, Forest Green. We've got to win this first leg. Can Nicholson put us in front? No, he can't. A 0-0, which gets me nervous. But in the second leg, Paul Smith and ex-Plymouth player Garrick gets the goals to send us to Wembley and 1 game away from the championship. We face off against the Yorkshiremen Rotherham. We could poach some of their players, you know, if we beat them, which Reece Brown does, and Paul Smith again. That means that Duncan Ferguson's won another trophy and we are promoted to the championship of the first time of asking. What a season for us as Manchester City win the FA Cup. Don't really care about these, to be fair. Carabao Cup is won by Everton and Papa John's this time from Wycombe Wanderers. Top scorer, Nicholson again. I think we may lose him at some point, but since Paul Smith went in the team, scoring goals for fun alongside Garrick, this team is fun, very much fun, enjoying themselves and getting promoted to the 2nd division. Was my camera just switched off when we got promoted? It might have been, it might not have been, but all that matters is we're a championship side. Two seasons in. A phenomenal record, as only avoiding relegation is expected, which of course is perfect for myself. The board do want profit made, so Nicholson, is this the end of our youngster? With 6 million in the bank? Okay, that's alright. So we begin by building from the back. Lee Nichols coming from Schalke. And in an absolute shocker, there is Nicholson. He's going to Southampton. But we've gained 20 million. If big Duncan Ferguson can reinvest that money well, we may be far off relegation. Our first game of the season as well, Bristol City, which isn't a faraway club. Can we get off to a good start in the championship? A point I will take, thanks to Smith. And now it's time to spend the money that we got in. I have put some towards more scouts, more youth, but we still need some first-team players. This is a kid from Watford I like to call Quinoa, because I think his name's Domingos Quina, but Quinoa sounds better. Welcome. Another striker through the door as well, Kevin Nisbet to replace Nicholson, one of Big Dunk's Scottish men. I think this team competes in the championship to stay up. Nisbet and Quinoa and Nichols at the back, one position from each line of the team to go into this season with. And halfway through is survival so far. Very nice. 3 points, however, is very slim margins. We could be relegated to League One again, but we want to stay in this championship and we want to go further. We've lost O'Keefe on one wing to a release clause by Besiktas. So what a move for him. We definitely don't want Knockout in this squad, really, so we'll go with McCann and we'll run it. We've got a player in for next season as well for the first time in a while. Chidozie Ogbene from Rotherham will be a main man next year. I just hope we're not in the same division as them. And we'll keep signing from League One so we can stay up or get promoted next year. Whatever happens, Herbie Kane is a Forest Green Rovers player. I think they're the only improvements I'm going to make. I want to save a bit of money for wherever we are next season, and Godwin is my captain. Robson can improve. Smith is doing very well despite the rating, and I am happy with the remainder of that squad. And we're even offered the job at Mönchengladbach. Could you imagine Big Dunk taking the German tour? Oh, and we'll actually get another free signing. Make it 2 with Reece Norrington Davis. He comes in this year. And Big Dunk, of course, did get the job done. 16th in the championship. Was it ever in doubt? Probably yes when we were 3 points off. But we have completed what our targets was by quite an outstanding way, to be fair. Very far off the playoffs, though, which has to be the aim for next season. It has to be. Oh my lord, though. A lot of players leaving at the end of the contract, which is understandable. They want to move on after a mid-table finish. We need to progress after that. 8 million as well. Not much money. We've lost Nichols and everyone. We need more money. At least we've got Chidozie Ogbene. Is he going to play up front or on the wing? I'm thinking up front with Garrick, though. Come on, you two. Didn't check the stats at the end of last season. I didn't check anything. Damn. It doesn't matter, though, because we're winning the league this year, and that will make up for it. So he uses 2 free agents to build us back up. Tino Anjorin. The first one released from Chelsea. One released from Man United as well. Jackie Butland in goal. That just calms it down. Got a keeper. Got a goalkeeper. And it's another draw to start this season off as well, with Smith scoring. The machine. I don't know if I could make any more signings to this team, though. The defence, I just really like Godwin. I want to keep him here. I want him playing. He is our main captain and main man. And come January, I don't know the results of the season, but I can see we've got Man United. Duncan Ferguson knows his way around them. It's an 11th place so far, which is very decent. You know, it's improvement. It's improvement. I said I'd aim for playoffs. We're 8 points off of them. Okay. Maybe we get everyone signed to a proper contract. And maybe some more additions. And can we do this against Manchester United? Go on, Dunk. Go on, oh, bloody Rashi. And we've got a big man in this window. It's a usual one, you'll see. Bienvenido, Rob Atkinson. He is here. He's always here in these career modes. He is just an ever-present. What a team. What a team. Ratings-wise, is this good enough to go up? We'll see, I guess. And a thumbs down, which we haven't had in a while. Love to check the thumbs. It's 1 position lower, actually. 12th in the league. It's alright. It's survival as Liverpool win the FA Cup. Arabal belongs to Chelsea. And Ogbene scores 20 goals, so it's a good job we got him in. And Timo Anjorin with 18. Without them two, where would we be? The ratings on them two as well. Going out of this league, literally. But I hope they don't. Don't say they expect us to get promoted. Fight for promotion's fine. I just don't want a lot of pressure on us this season. I still want to build. I think we've lost Miguel, who's been here for a long time, and Butland, as shown right there. Some international players now. The Northern Irish lads are getting called up. 6 million, still not a lot to threaten with. Duncan, you've got to work that magic again. And the first 3 signings here, a goalkeeper, a young one this time to stay in Jan Leonardo France. And the other one, because we do always get 2 through the door, we get a Mario Coizer-Duberry. He's a winger and he's very young and good with potential. Realistically, with that team you see there, I think we should be in the promotion fight at the minimum. But we lose our first game of the season to the Swans. So it shows we definitely need another player and an ex-Evertonian where Ferguson was before. We have signed Jean-Philippe Gabamon, and he's an injury-prone player, so I'm hoping it doesn't happen here at Forest Green Rovers. And I think I'm going to play him in defence. Atkinson left-footed. He is right. He's not going to be the captain, but with them 3 signings, Linard, Gabamon, and Coizer-Duberry on the bench, I think we should give this season a proper good old thrashing. And still the thumbs down, but are we challenging? Please say we are. Yes, we're in the playoffs by 2 points. That's very close. Probably Coizer-Duberry's time to shine over Paul Smith. Harsh on him, but the ratings have to go as priority as we aim to battle promotion. I don't know why I want Australian, but let's hope we don't go down under, but up. And if you didn't gather from that, we're making no signings because we've got no money. We've absolutely got 0 in the bank, so we're going to have to trust the squad. And we're back at the end of the season, but there's a few things I need to walk you through. We actually didn't walk the league. We finished comfortably in them playoff spots. Yes, we've had to redo this season a little bit from the middle till the end because Big Dunk kept getting sacked. One season I even got sacked after winning Manager of the Month. The biggest thing out of it all, though, is the sale of Ogbene. He went to Dortmund for 20 million. That left us a bit of money. We signed some oldish players for our quota, and I'll show you some legends. Look at the names down here. Got Capri, Shinny, Brayford, Hugh Hill, Washington. None of them will get played, of course. Just imagine they're not here. Just imagine that's our coaching staff as Arsenal won the FA Cup over Blackburn. What a finale. Carabao Cup went to Liverpool as well over Arsenal, who had the potential for the double. As for our players, look at Timo Anjorin. 80 rated now, 33 goals, way clear of Garrick, Hamilton, Coizer-Duberry. Potentially because of this formation switch we've gone for. We've gone to the 5-2-3. We've got Earl back in this squad. We've got the wing-backs actually as wing-backs and the wingers as wingers. The sensible option. And we've drawn Bristol City, a team that was just been around us for a while and are quite close to Forest Green. Well, closer than some teams. And let's see how we do with the new lawn. First up, a draw. Timo Anjorin. So here we go in the pink kids. And we've done it away from home. All in extra time. Mehmeti, Timo Anjorin, and Garrick, the player who's been here from the off, has done it at the end. So come on, against Watford, there we go. Coizer-Duberry and Timo Anjorin, both wingers, have got Duncan Ferguson's Forest Green Rovers into the Premier League 5 seasons in, and we shall be playing top division football in England. This means no free signings. This means a struggle, but it's a struggle I will take. Come on. So what do the bod expect us to do with that team? Because whatever they expect, it'll be wrong. We should be relegated as they want us to avoid relegation, a round of 16 in the cup, reduce wages, gain earnings, which we can't really control, sign a young player, 10 away matches, and it looks unrealistic. The board gave us 35 million, however, which isn't bad, you know. That's not bad for a newly promoted side. A decent player in the academy for the Prem as well in Gabriel Fletcher. Get in the first team. So we get our first signing here, and we've got to go for a striker, don't we? I'm hoping he can score enough goals to keep us up. Ellis Sims. He's okay. He's an Evertonian. He's a Duncan Ferguson regen who needs to get going. Now, our first game of the season, it's Bournemouth, so this could be a 6-pointer straight away. Go on, Sims. Oh, we definitely need a better defense. And we get the Tyler Adams regen who's at Leeds, called Jordan Adams, and is American. And in our attempt to get safety, we've signed Ryan Porteous, a Scotsman, like Big Dunk again, signing his kind of players to try and keep us in this division, the Premier League, which is going to be one hell of a challenge. This team is the ones that's got to do it. So Hamilton's quite a weak spot. Maybe Chimenu at this level. Porteous, Coizer-Duberry. We've got to trust it. We've got to trust the ratings, trust the process, trust the bench, which looks weak. Honestly, I think we're getting relegated, but if we can keep us job, we're fine. And it's the perfect start so far, sitting 15th in the league above Newcastle, West Ham and Bournemouth. We've lost a lot of games, but we haven't been drawing as much as teams below us, and we've won 5, which should be good wins. I don't think we'll win any other players, however. We'll just go into the second half of the season, just hoping that we stay the same. And it's a thumbs down at the end. Does that mean relegation? Does that mean... Oh, 4 points off Newcastle as well. This will be the first relegation we suffer, maybe overall here. We're going to have to go back to the Championship to get back to the Prem. Not the worst thing to do in terms of building, as Tottenham win the FA Cup. Manchester City win the Manchester Derby in the Carabao. And it will be Norwich and Bournemouth to join us. We were the team that was scrapped the most. So to be fair, we might stand a chance when we go down at coming straight back up. Sims with the most goals. Duberry and Timo Anjorin getting quite a few. If we keep the players here, we should storm the Championship. Why am I trying to sugarcoat it though? I hate being back here. We've got to sign 2 crucial players and make profit, gain automatics, which is reasonable, and sign a striker or midfielder. And with 48 million to spend, parachute payments are just bliss, aren't they? So let's get this business underway. Tishimenu, the young right-back, might be replaced by another young right-back in Ismail Coffey, a simply sensational future player. And he's joined by a player we just truly shouldn't get in Henry De Smet. It rhymed, it's that perfect. Look at this man, he's 20-year-old, 79 rated. This team already should walk halfway through this Championship season. Gotta be up there. Yeah, we are. Leeds United will be stronger than us. I'll take second place for now. for now. Still a long way to go with this team. Some 80 rated in there. Just get the keeper, Leonard, stepping up. Get Dishmet, Sims, and Anjorin still firing. Yes, and they are top scorers, as we have 15 million to spend. Do we do that, though? Oh, my lord. I've just remembered we can sign free agents. So welcome to the club, Manu Ceballos. Looks like a mini Messi, honestly. And why not throw some more money at another player? Why not? Ryan Barton will conclude our business in this championship, because next year we'll be back in the Prem. So up the Football League we go, because we're promoted, and it looked pretty easy in the end. Forest Green Rovers back to the Premier League. 29 goals for Timo Anjorin, 24 for Sims, 21 for Coizer-Duberry. That makes up the fantastic trio up top. Or the Fantastic Four if you had Dishmet. And back to the promised land for Forest Green Rovers. Come on, we've got to have a good Premier League season this time round. Avoid relegation. Pretty simple. That's if we get it right, of course, as we will say goodbye to 3 legends after contracts. Garrick, Brown and Little, all going. 42 million after the contracts have been signed is a very decent figure. And the team is definitely good enough. Of course, we've got the trio up front and Dishmet behind with 5 defenders that need adding to. All about the shrewd business. As look at this man. Kind of regret selling him now. And the actual real players in this game are disappearing. We're getting all the regens. Beginning with another defender, Dodo Sek from Rangers. And sometimes when it's the time of the regens, it works out so well with Adama Kamara, 18-year-old, 78 rated keeper. That completes our team for this season, I think. Defense could definitely do with strengthening, but with, I think, 7 million left, we're not going to do that right now. And our first game of the season is away at St. James's Park to the Geordies. We need a decent result. Timo Werner up front for them. Oh, but it's a 4-2 thrashing. No, 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 no. They're the team that sent us down last time out. So we need to stay in the Premier League this year round. We've just got to hope we can do it halfway through. Please say we're doing okay. Please say yes. Come on, 11th position in the league is brilliant. We're even above the likes of Man United, Leeds, and Dunk's old club Everton. Guessing our front three's had a lot to do with that, and of course Schmidt behind is brilliant. Leonard on the bench not so happy, but can you even blame him? And Leonard goes to get a bit of money in the club whilst we're in this Prem season. I told you he'd be replaced. So we'll instantly replace him with Federico Rafagiglia. But we're also getting a huge top 6 caliber of player here. It is Ben Chillwell of Chelsea. He's getting a little bit old, but signing him for 17 million is a perfect steal. I really hope we can stay up this season. We are still losing quite a few games, but I'll see you at the end. Please, Duncan! Was it easy? No, it wasn't. Saying that, 2 points off United. A topsy-turvy season for many clubs. Aston Villa even going down with Palace and Fulham. We were 7 points clear of the Cottagers. Still need to push on, like as Preston have won the FA Cup. Could have been us. As Villa lose an all Brummy derby, I think that is. That might have been wrong. In the Carabao to Wolves. Don't know much about the Champions League and the continental competitions. They just frankly don't matter to me at the moment, as Coizer-Duberry takes over top scorer from Timo Anjorin, now 87 rated. We should be higher up with him. And Sims now at 84 rated in this team. Chillwell playing magnificently since he came in. And then the rest of the team just lacking behind. Dishmet lacking. Okay, at least we'll have some money next year to give it a further go. Mid-table. Mid-table is all that is expected of us this year, which is fair enough. Completely fair enough. 28 million is not a lot to spend as well. They're just bleeding us dry. And a huge sale for us. Henry Dishmet, 123 million. Going to Newcastle. It's always Newcastle. However, that has given us money for Bernardo Silva. Yes, Bernardo. We've signed from PSG for only 20 million. Plus, these players are quite old now. And we've also gone ahead and got another midfielder, stealing Enzo Ledois from relegated Villa. That, my friends, is strength in the midfield. And we begin with Norwich City, so it should be off to a winning start. Tazolis! Another defender through the door, though, in our huge spending sprees. 45 million for Charlie Cresswell from Granada. Final player is Jimenez. Sergio Jimenez, 20-year-old, 80 rated from Alkmaar. He will be sat behind Sims waiting for his chance as we sim this season. Has to be an improvement on last season. And it is. We are 9th. It's still around mid-table. That's all the board expects. To be fair, I didn't realise Luton Town's in the Premier League. No offence to the Hatters fans, but I think when they're in this division, we're safe. Especially with the squad we have as well. Look at Timo Anjorin. He's now one of the world's best at 89 rated. Defense is a lot more solid. Chumendiu, one of our first signings, is actually getting low rated now. I hate that for him. Thumbs down from the board, but thumbs up from me. We got over our top half finish. Yes, we didn't get into where we wanted to. 11 points off. A bit of a slip up. But 9th in the Prem. Carabao this season from Wolves back to back. And I'm very tempted to look at Europa. But I'm not, because we're not there. Instead, we just add Tino Anjorin. We'll really struggle to keep hold of him. Coizer-Duberry going up as well. Sims still scoring at 30. Chumenu with 3 goals. Our lowest rated. And Stalwart at the back will continue his form. 39 million for this season number 9, I think the number is. Have to be savvy with the board expectations. Europa League. Spend a bit of money but reduce the wages and sell 3 players. And the money we've got isn't the greatest this season, so the one signing, Ethan Laird as a right back. The big thing is the change in formation. Bernardo, Silva and Chillwell will, of course, get a lot lower rated. I'm kind of scared for that. Still, we can't let that play a part. Let's go. Europa League time. And halfway through, we're kind of near our aim. We're 4 points off Man United, but we're 7th. Liverpool are the team struggling in 9th. Southampton, man. What are they eating in that canteen? I actually did change this halfway through the season to this formation as well. I didn't like the old one. I thought Silva and Chilwell are struggling, which they are, of course. We need to try and phase them out. And come the end, it's a 7th place finish. I don't know if that actually gets us in the Europa League or not. It should be conference at a minimum. Not close enough though. We lost in the FA Cup final to Liverpool, Duncan's rivals. No! Cancel that as Man City beat Palace. I cannot believe we actually finished there as the Conference League. I hope we're in and we can beat teams like that. No offense to them teams, of course. As Sims, 33 goals at the age of 31. And Joke Man as 91 Tino Anjorin playing beautifully. Ladois, Coizer-Duberry's now up there. Silva's going down. And what a season it's been. Highest finish, but still just on the cusp of greatness. But it's Champions League expected. It's Europa League still. Win the FA Cup, go one further. No continental success, however. That is a weird one. Does that mean we actually got none? Please don't say. There's no way of checking, is there? Not even an increased budget. 43's okay, but it's not quite Carlin. And we've made the board extremely unhappy with the signing of Marc Cucurella as our first one out the door. And the signing of an unfaced player. Pablo Barrios from Espanyol is going to be, I guess, our marquee player. We've built this team, and yes, it was expensive for Cucurella. I think, no, actually, it was about 9 million and then 38 because we've got rid of almost everyone. Need a good start. We've got Brentford. We've got Charlie Cresswell injured as well. Please, lads. A smashing job, literally. And halfway through, it's better than I expected. Title racing. Forest Green Rovers, always Newcastle that we're up against, and Chelsea are in the pipeline. We all had the same results right there. The team is looking magnificent. Adams now 80 rated, Cucurella on his way down, but overall, brilliant. And it was sadly no Conference League football. But it will be cup football going full speed ahead. Carabao Cup semi-final against Liverpool for revenge, and Middlesbrough in the cup. I don't think we're going to be making any more signings. We don't have enough money. Save that for next year, hopefully with a heftier budget if we get Champions League or even win the title. And we have got the thumbs up from the board, but do we have the league title? We don't. Man City coming out the blue, but we do have Champions League football. This is amazing. 72 points we finished on and 12 points clear. Liverpool and Spurs having an off season with Rovers, Fulham and Forest all down. I want to know if we won the cups. As the FA Cup, we got into the final in and lost to Leeds. Horrific result. As we won the Careermode Cup, however, get in there. That is another trophy for Duncan Ferguson. A 4-3 finale is insane, as Sims is coming towards his twilight years now. 27 goals. Anjorin, 21. Duberry with 20 and 12. These three up front are amazing, but they're running out of time with their age. Is this the season we win the Champions League? Looking at that team, it's well and truly good enough. The board want the final reaching as well, so they're not far off our expectations. And a crucial midfielder or forward with 91 million to spend. Maybe it's Adam's time to actually depart this club. I think left back and CDM definitely have to be replaced. So let's replace the old Chelsea left back with another old Chelsea left back with another old Chelsea left back. Ian Matson replaces Cucurella, who replaced Chillwell. And another man comes across from Arsenal. Martin Batterina, there he is our main midfield maestro the board wanted. This team's looking a lot more complete, including Timo Anjorin, definitely one of the world's best players. And our first game of the season's not an easy one by any stretch of the imagination, with Liverpool visiting the new lawn. Probably the old lawn by this far into the save. This is a 1-1 draw. That's not bad on his Champions League outing, but not great. And our Champions League group, we're now in Valencia, Benfica, and Elfsborg. Pretty decent group if you ask me, with Elfsborg in it. Just got to beat Valencia or Benfica to the post. In the Premier League, however, it is not going how we want it. Still only 3 points off Man City, but that's not a title win. But we do progress in the Champions League. An unbeaten group stage with Valencia second, Benfica in the Europa, as we have Monaco in the round of 16. That is not a bad draw. And as expected, if you know me by now, I spend everything in the summer, so no money spent in January. On to Monaco. Monaco are going to put up a challenge here, but we're going away to France hoping for a victory, and we get that courtesy of Ellis Sims at the new / old lawn, hoping to beat this French side. Come on, we should do it. All my days have made a meal of it though, but a 3-3 on the night thanks to Batruina with 116 minutes of play. That sees us through in this next round against Juventus. No cup games threaded through though. Could put pressure on us not winning the FA Cup. Come on. Come on. That's the word I like to say most when motivating our lads for a 2-2 draw at home. Our ratings though are sensational. Just a tired team that actually scares me a little bit. But it doesn't need to, because Coizer-Duberry gets a brace actually. He gets both of them to send us to a semi-final. And to be fair, at the teams we could have got, Milan in the semi-final. It's the team I would have preferred out of Barcelona and Arsenal and them. Come on, we can do this. Final season. A suspended Ethan Laird, though, probably puts Cucurella into the lineup, or Tushamendu, as we've won 3-0 thanks to a Timo Anjorin hat-trick. It was Tushamendu who came in, and he played rather well, which is a good fact. Love that for someone who's been here so long. You guys have got a chance to make yourselves heroes. I think every single one of them will be in the lineup if we get into the final, which we should do here against AC Milan. Away at the San Siro, unless it's a masterclass, which they pull off in game. But overall, it's not enough to stop Forest Green Rovers reaching the Champions League final. Let's go, people. I will show you the Champions League draw after we've run through everything. That is such a winnable Premier League, with 81 points being the most. But we finish on 73. Hey-ho. The Champions League spot for next season, if we don't get there, is Liverpool win the FA Cup. And we went out in the quarterfinals to them. Carabao won by Liverpool as well. They do a double over Arsenal in this one, who we aim to put misery on, because it's them who we face in the Champions League final after they beat Barcelona 4-3. Every team scrapping to get into the finale as it's played at Benfica Stadium. Love it. We'll sim onto it, but before that, we'll see who played best. And I think I'm gonna slip in my awards here, because Ellis Sims has been a brilliant revelation at 33 now. Timo Anjorin has been amazing as a player. Ledois, you've been good, don't get me wrong, but Coizer-Duberry, they're my three for the season that I am going to pick out. The trio has hit goals in for fun for this man here, Duncan Ferguson, as we go into the biggest game of his life. Can Forest Green Rovers win a Champions League title? The elusive trophy. Never seen it lit up in green before, especially this stadium here in Portugal. Come on, we can beat these! Let's get going here, Forest Green Rovers. We've got the ability to do this in our very young squad / very old up front. We've got the quality. Need to play some good football. Of course, Batruina came across from Arsenal to us in the summer. As we've got a ball onto Coizer-Duberry, an ex-Arsenal youngster as well, finding a ball into Elliot Sims. Here he goes, or Ellis Sims, cutting inside. Save from Mia. That was good goalkeeping. Still balls only as far as Barrios into Ethan Laird. Edge of the box towards Charlie Creswell. Oh dear no. We've let a chance go to Arsenal as well. Kamara is pulled into action. A goalkeeper scouted by their rivals Tottenham a lot in the summer. But it still looks like it may be a close game. Leipzig with an absolute pelter to the top corner. Arsenal take a lead on a counter. I honestly can't believe we've conceded that kind of strike in the first half at the end. In a game we've dominated chance-wise. Come on, get level before half-time, please. I don't like this. That's a good ball, you know. If he's on, it's gone out. Still, we've got to keep on going, though. Coizer-Duberry. Look at this run he's got here. He's played a good ball through to Timo, who's missed. Tino Anjorin. Oh, mate, we've got to liven up in this second half. Chance-wise, we're creating so many. Somehow have to undo that huge goal from Leipzig. Still, Sims is alive and well in this second half. That's a good ball onto the man in the middle here. Sims making a move. It's brilliant football, and Ellis Sims sticks it bottom corner. What an instant replay at the start of this second half. That is for Ellis Sims. Quick football in a narrow little bit of space. And he comes out on top, leaving the keeper just no chance to even dive for it. Another big chance and we should be fine in this game. Barrios jogging slowly. We've been so on top. Duberry with the ball around into Ian Matson looking back post. And here's Laird into Batruina. Come on, not long left in this game. We can win this in normal time. Coizer-Duberry with a run here. He's got to just keep on going. He's beaten this defender for pace. Corner ball. The chance at the death to make yourself a hero. Oh, he had to beat the keeper to it. The level game in this sees us go to extra time. But Leipzig's goal, man. If that just wouldn't have happened. Arsenal don't win this game. Arsenal don't win it. There's Timo Anjorin. That's a good ball down, you know. How are you missing Sims out? Lads, we don't let this go to penalties. There's no way they deserve to win this. Duberry, lad. Tino. Even Ellis. Kill this game off, please. Here's Matson on the ball. There's a ball now onto the middle. Ledois with a hit. It still falls down. It's Batruina, actually. Game's going to be done, isn't it? Game's going to be done unless Batruina or somebody can do something about it. Anjorin, a ball over to Sims. What a tackle. Ref, give the pen. He doesn't, but he sends it to a penalty shootout instead of just one penalty. Right, lads? How is your bottle? We need to start off well if we're going to win this. Come on, Sims. Score that. What a save. What a save, as we need to repeat it, though. And we do, you know. Leipzig's penalty is stopped. Barrios. He scores. Penalty shootouts will never sit well with me. Somerville's is saved by Kamara again. And now it's down to Batruina, who gives us a 2-goal advantage. I can't take this. I can't take this. Camavinga scored. It's down to Tino Anjorin, who absolutely blasts it into a top corner, giving us the advantage. Barrow's shot is saved. We win. But we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait for Coizer-Duberry to step up. A player that I never thought I'd be signing today. But he's got a chance to win us the Champions League for Forest Green Rovers. It is done. He does what's on the back of the kit. He bolts to them fans. Champions League finale. Ticked off the list. What a penalty to win us the game. Just off the tip of his toe. Keeper stood no chance. Charlie Creswell, the man who came in from Hoffenheim. He's at Millwall on loan from Leeds in real life. Will lift this green trophy into the Red Stadium's air. There it goes. As yes, we have. I can't believe we've actually gotten relegated to back Prem, to back Champions League at the first time of asking. Back us if you want, because we will return and we will do it again. Of course, not in this save, but Forest Green Rovers, what a club. What a club. The vegan team in football, the first relegated team. We took a relegation, but we've done it in the end. If you do want to see another rebuild like this, comment down below which team. We've got a huge one coming up next with a team that may or not even be in the game at the moment. I'll leave that down to you guys, but subscribe for more, and I'll see you all in the next one.